Hey, what's up guys, Khraze here, and today we have some huge news regarding Red Dead Online. It seems that Rockstar Games just announced a brand new update, a long needed update as a matter of fact, because we've been waiting for something like this for a whole month now, maybe even more. So there's a lot of stuff in it. There's daily challenges, a new game mode called Gun Rush, we have law and bounty upgrades, parlay changes and all of that, so a lot of anti-griefing measures as well as a lot of stuff to come. So we're going to check it in just a second. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, a like would be super appreciated, and let's start with the announcement itself, which pretty much begins with a big thank you to everyone who has taken part in Red Dead Online beta over the holidays, and especially to those who have taken the time to provide us with their feedback. Please keep it coming. Red Dead Online will stay in beta for a few more months as we have many more new gameplay features to add across the board, as well as further changes to improve, stabilize and refine to the overall experience. Today's update to the Red Dead Online beta introduces Gun Rush, where you'll put your survival instincts to the test, gathering weapons and ammunition while the play area shrinks, so pretty much like a battle royale of a sort. In this new mode, up to 32 players, so it's pretty much like a series large. Everybody on the map will be able to join in. It's available to play now in free for all and team variations, where the last one standing wins. So as I've said, it's pretty much battle royale. It seems that it's taken over pretty much every game out there. It's been teased already anyway for like a couple of months already. Like I believe somebody was messing up with the menus and was able to discover it, so we knew that Gun Rush will be in the game for some time now. But there's more details at the bottom of the post. More updates are coming soon, including new races and showdown modes and new clothing and emotes, so expect to throw in some of that money you've been farming in the past couple of months, as well as some additional changes based on player feedback, and you'd be surprised how much of this feedback actually came from the fan base, which means that Rockstar Games listens quite a little bit. So we have brand new daily challenges, which reads: tackle new challenges each day covering every aspect of the game, from sharpshooting to evading the law. Then we have law and bounty upgrades. Some changes are coming to the way the law and bounty systems work in Red Dead Online to reduce the enticements for griefing. Thank you very much. Soon players will get a bounty for committing crimes and will be incentivized to pay them off within the allotted time. Wait too long and the bounty hunters from each of the states will track the player, forcing them to either pay up or escape. Parlay changes are also coming in the game. We're making the parlay system easier to trigger so that you can avoid aggressive players more quickly. In addition, it will be easier to trigger feuds, posse feuds and leader feuds to take on attacking players in structured competition, which is amazing. Not really sure what the details are yet, but it sounds nice. The next one on the list though is what really attracts my attention because it's so freaking good. So now we have something called proximity based player blips. So unlike how it was previously, you're not going to see literally everybody on the map at every given time. Instead, you're only going to see them when you're getting close to them, and it reads the following: player location blips will soon appear only over short distances, reducing the range at which you are visible to others, decreasing the likelihood of being targeted by another player across large areas. Down the line, we're also looking to introduce the ability to identify players who grief and kill indiscriminately with a progressively darkened blip that becomes more visible and at a longer range, so everyone in a session can identify potential dangerous opponents at a glance and from a safe distance. So if you're a griefer and you're doing that kind of stuff in Red Dead Online, you're in for quite a little bit of punishment. And actually this is something that was needed. The player base has actually made the suggestion for a while, but they're also saying something about there not being a system in place to deal with griefers, which pretty much begs the question, why is there even a report button for griefing in the game anyway? What's the purpose of it if it doesn't work. It seems that all of the reports that people have been putting in the last few months have pretty much gone in vain because there's no system to actually take them on and for Rockstar Games to see who has been doing all this kind of griefing. But hey, let's just leave that in the past. It's still a beta and it seems that it's going to go for a few more months, so I'm expecting this by the summer to pretty much end, unless of course something bad goes by that time. But I was already kind of expecting for the beta to last for just a few months, not too long, and definitely not longer than a year. This is pretty much it though. We don't have the patch notes, and the update notes are kinda on the light side, but there are some more things to come. So Rockstar Games is saying that they are working on lots of new content that will be releasing this year. Just a few of the updates that they are working on are all new missions to build up your story in a land of opportunity, from previously established characters like Horley and Jessica Leclerc, and some new ones as well, a range of dynamic events throughout the world, lots of new competitive modes including new showdown modes and races, plus new weapons and clothing, and lots more that we are not quite yet ready to announce. Xbox One players can also now access the red chestnut Arabian horse, alligator skin ranch cuddler saddle, and the Hyrule double action revolver in the Red Dead Online beta, which has been available for all of the PS4 players for over a month now. Stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for the latest information on the Red Dead Online beta, and please continue to submit feedback and so on and so forth. But that has been pretty much the entirety of the announcement. It sounds pretty good so far. Even though it is on the light side, I am at least glad I'm seeing some updates coming to Red Dead Online. I believe that things have gotten a little bit stale in the past couple of weeks. I didn't find that drive anymore in me to play Red Dead Online anymore. Hopefully these new modes, these new daily challenges will make that feeling go away a little bit. There's still a lot missing in the game though, and I will not forgive Rockstar Games if they don't bring that in, especially in terms of setting your own camp where you wanted, when you wanted, not just having it randomly spawn on the map, having Crips being a little bit more useful in the camp because currently he's just sitting on his ass doing nothing all day long. I would also like to see a lot of fixes for the server issues, especially in terms of disconnects, and even more so on items despawning, especially in terms of fish and animal carcasses. It will also be nice to see mini games being added into games such as poker or the other games from the offline experience such as like the 5-finger fillet. I would like to see that being added, but especially poker because I know a lot of you guys would want that in the game. We also need bank heists. That is something that Rockstar Games did advertise would be coming at some point in Red Dead Online, and as a matter of fact they will want these heists to be just as important as they are in GTA Online, maybe even more important considering the setting this game is in, the Wild West, you being a cowboy, an outlaw, and this pretty much fits in perfectly. I mean, I would want to see something like that in the near future. Even the one in Valentine would be enough for me, to be honest. Outside of that, my only other thing on the wish list would be for horse taming to be a thing. I really want to tame horses, honestly. I don't care what it takes, I just want to go and take whatever horse I want, bring it back to the stables, put my mark on it, put a saddle on it and make it mine. Even if that means I will have to pay an additional price, as long as I can grab whatever I want, I really want to see something like that. For example, Black Desert Online lets you tame horses, lets you find horses out in the wild, and you can find some pretty powerful specimens out there, like very powerful ones, and if you upgrade them, if you play with them, they become even stronger. I want to see something like that because that in itself is a whole sub game and brings so much replayability to the game. Oh, and let's not forget about houses and owning property in Red Dead Online. I think that is the next big step. I especially loved one of the missions in which you had to build a house. It was really amazing. Something like that is what I want to see in Red Dead Online. There's so many missions actually in the offline experience surrounding building houses and gathering material to build them. It's insane. You can even see them being built over time. I want that in the online. It would be absolutely crazy to have something like that, because honestly at this point I don't think we're even outlaws. I think we're just hobos. We live in the wilderness. Not having a proper base of operation kinda makes you a hobo rather than an outlaw, but maybe that's just my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong on that one. But after getting so much money, after doing so many missions, breaking the law, forming your own mob so to say, it's kinda ironic that we're still living in the woods. Not even that, because you're not even visiting your own camp. but so far this is all we know, this is all we get. Hopefully we will get some bigger patch notes in the future, some bigger updates. Tell me what you guys prefer in terms of updates. Do you prefer seeing updates being of smaller sizes but on a weekly basis, or do you want to see huge updates like once a month or something like that? Post your comment in the comment section below. I'm really curious to see what kind of preferences you guys have in terms of updates. But in the meantime, also subscribe to the channel for more awesome content regarding Red Dead Online. A thumbs up would also be appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. So peace out.